Specific tools are needed to complete this installation. Have them ready before beginning. Additional tools are needed for masonry block or poured concrete wall installations. Specific parts are included for assembly. Follow the installation instructions and verify that all parts are included. These parts are needed in addition to parts supplied. These parts are needed in addition for masonry block or poured concrete wall installations. These panels are intended for use in a garage or basement. The maximum weight limit is 50 pounds per square foot. Before installing gear wall panels to basement walls, you must waterproof the basement to prevent mildew and foundation damage. Walls that appear dry may actually become damp when enclosed by paneling. Install the panels in accordance with all local codes and ordinances. Screws must be placed in every slot at every wooden stud location. For bare wooden studs, use number 8 1 1/4 exterior deck screw, flathead type, treated for outdoor use only for locations where a firewall is not required by local codes and ordinances. For covered walls, use number 8 exterior deck screw, flathead type, treated for outdoor use. Determine the screw length needed from the chart as indicated. Important: compare screw length to electrical wire locations. Be sure the screw will not pierce electrical wiring. You can cover a full wall or part of the wall with the panels. If the wall is longer than an 8-foot panel, you will need to stagger the vertical panel joints to each row with the seams at the wooden studs. Panels can be mounted directly to masonry wall with wooden studs attached, over drywall to wooden studs, or to bare wooden studs. If the mounting surface is not flat, the walls may need to be shimmed. Before you can install the panels on poured concrete or masonry block walls, you must install 2-inch by 4-inch wooden studs to the wall with the 4-inch side against the wall. The wooden studs must be installed over the entire area to be covered by gear wall panels. This provides a level surface on which to apply the panels. Install the first stud with the starting edge of the desired coverage area to act as a guide. Drill a hole through the stud and into the wall surface. Follow the masonry screw manufacturer's instructions for proper installation. For best results, use a hammer drill and masonry bit. For extra hold, you may choose to put construction adhesive on the stud before attaching to the wall. Secure the stud to the wall by placing a 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch masonry screw every 18 inches. Use this stud as your guide. Measure 16 inches from the corner and snap a vertical chalk line using a chalk line with a plumb bob. Snap a chalk line every 16 inches from this point. Align the center of the stud with the chalk line. Attach the remaining studs to the wall. Before you can install the panels to drywall or over wooden studs, you must locate all wooden studs and mark the wall. If necessary, locate electrical wiring and mark the wall. For a full wall installation, starting from the lowest point of the ceiling, measure from the top down to the floor. Round the measurement down to the nearest foot and mark. Snap a level chalk line 1/4 inch below the mark. Repeat step for remaining walls. Be sure to take into account any ceiling height variations. For a partial wall installation, snap a level chalk line 12 inches above the desired height of the bottom of the wall. Locate any cutouts. Measure and cut the panels prior to beginning the installation. Electrical outlets should be recessed and trimmed in the following manner using gear wall trim. Measure the outlet box or switch box location to the edge of the cover. Cut the gear wall trim to the correct dimensions. Notch the top and bottom trim as shown so the fit is snug. Place the trims around the outlets as you install the panels. When mounting the panels, start at one of the bottom corners of the desired coverage area and work toward the other in horizontal rows. Measure from the starting edge of the desired coverage area to the center of the last wooden stud that is within 8 feet. If necessary, Cut the first panel to this length, making sure the cut is square. Panels shorter than 24-inch long should not be used. Using 2 people, place the panel below the horizontal chalk line applied previously. Align the panel with both the starting edge and the horizontal chalk line. Panels are installed with interlock tongue up and groove down. Check the panel is level. While one person holds the panel in place, install a screw in every slot at every stud location. Drive the screws through the slot groove until they are flush. If splitting occurs, pre-drill and countersink the drill holes near the channel end. Continue this process until you reach the opposite edge of the desired coverage area. Periodically check to be sure the panels are level. Then start a new row, remembering to stagger the panels if necessary. Continue in this manner until the wall is complete. The final row of panels can be rip-cut lengthwise to fit the required height. Begin additional walls in the same manner as the first, starting with the corner that meets the completed wall. The gear wall can be installed in trimless or with optional trim. Gear wall trim can be used at the interior corner, exterior corner, end cap, and around windows and doors. Note: the current trim options do not apply to masonry block or poured concrete wall installation. The trim must be cut to fit the size of your gear wall installation. From the edge, slide the trim behind the first panel attached to the wall. Install a screw to secure the trim in place. Repeat for the other side of the gear wall. Slide additional panels between the trim and continue installation, making sure to install screws through the trim. After installation, check to make sure all screws are installed.